Welcome to the Soccer Huddle. This is your boy Mojere Wait, just an ordinary guy discussing the beautiful game, discussing Quilly, Yammout, and yeah, we are back. Where do you want to start? Where do you want to start? We saw FA Cup fixtures, ka weekend. We saw the PSL action as well. Mamelodi Sundowns reminding everyone in the league that they're still the big guys, and we the rest of us still have a long way to catch up. And big surprises in the FA Cup, and we'll touch just a bit about the UCL games that last night. Obviously, we saw the biggest one of the night was Madrid versus City, and Madrid coming out victorious. So yeah, let's just start with the PSL, man. Let's just start with the PSL. If you were expecting Ntanga, mabaka asharkane, mabaka atakane kasi Mamelodi barabao. But we'll have him next week, and or maybe we'll do another one this week. Who knows? So yeah, let's start off. Kaizer Chiefs on Friday, play against Stellenbosch. A 1-0 victory for Nabisman, and I think if you look at that game, you would understand the frustration of Coach Nabi, that he says almost every single game, or we create chances, but we don't convert the chances. So again, Kaizer Chiefs created chances on Friday, but we couldn't convert, and it took like the quickest goal that we've scored this season by Lelepo, a headed goal. And yeah, that's how the game ended. That's how the game ended, with a 1-0 scoreline for Kaizer Chiefs. And I think, personally, if you look at the new signings, for me, Tabotkele came with this big reputation, but I haven't seen what he has to do, especially in a Kaizer Chiefs shirt. It's still too early. Lelepo, there's potential. I was just actually discussing him. I'm like, he's in the middle. He's in the middle. He's in the middle. Like for me, there's a 50-50 chance that he might make it. The Chiefs, there's a 50-50 chance that he might end up Utana Lobo Saile as well. He's got aspects in his game that he needs to improve on. There was this chances, like there's so many chances that day where he's one-on-one. It's not only him. I think the decision making, the Chiefs forwards, for me, they have to work on it. There's many chances where they are 3-on-2, 4-on-3, 4-on-2. Available the pass, or the pass is snacks. Like, they need to work on those things if we are to compete. If we want to go back at the top and compete with the likes of Mamelodi Sundowns and Pirate, we need to work on those things. And I think Coach Nabi knows that there's a lot of work to do, and I think we still need a striker. Yeah, we still need a striker. Arsenal, they need a striker. So yeah. But yeah, so far so good. I think so far so good. The less said, the better. But yeah, we are here to witness what Nabi can do. I just hope and I pray for Hore, as Kaizer Chiefs supporters, we give this guy time. We be patient with this guy. I know Kaizer Chiefs is a big club, big institution as well, and the supporters they tend to be impatient and not trust the process. And I think for me, this is the time to trust that process. Let us give Nabi and his technical team the chance to prove themselves. So yeah, let's move on to the big one. Mamelodi Sundowns versus Kaizer Chiefs. By the way, Kukune and TS Galaxy, watch out for those two people. I think they're playing really good football. They're in a streak, unbeaten streak, both of them. And we saw TS Galaxy yesterday in Mamelodi Sundowns. So Kukune, they're playing well. I think Sipembule has been unleashed for Kukune. And a lot of people were saying there's other players also Mbule go Mamelodi Sundowns that are sitting in the stands there. But that's another topic for another day. But I just wanted to give those two teams their flowers. Or surely you must look at them. So yeah, I think the biggest for me, and I was saying this, the biggest mistake for me, I thought Pirate did on Saturday, was that they thought they were on Mamelodi Sundowns level. They thought they're in the big leagues now with Mamelodi Sundowns. Look, this is just my personal opinion. You can agree with it, you cannot agree. But as a Kaizer Chiefs fan, but most importantly, as a football fan, as a foot lover, football fan, I think if we start admitting that Mamelodi Sundowns, they're just on their level, and right now we are trying to catch up, and we're still far from it. Look. Let's not even talk about the football side of it. Let's talk about behind the scenes, behind what happens go under under the green or the grass. Yeah, the grass, the green grass. Like, you look at the scouting in Mamelodi Sundowns. I was discussing this Lintanga the other day off air. I'm like, look at the players that Chiefs buys. Look at the players that Mamelodi Sundowns buys. I don't think Mamelodi Sundowns not Mamelodi Sundowns, sorry. Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates can compete for the players that Mamelodi Sundowns do record. But Mamelodi Sundowns can compete for the players in Nardinyaka. I'm not sure if I'm making sense. Mamelodi Sundowns attract quality because they are there. Mamelodi Sundowns, I don't think this season, I know a lot of supporters might want that, but I think their focus is on the CAF Champions League and the World Cup. The PSL, if we get it, we get it. That's the level that they are in. If we get it, we get it. And I'm not saying they're not going to be beat. They just got beat by TS Galaxy yesterday. They're going to get beat. But for me, personally, they are on that level. And we need to catch up. My team, Kaizer Chiefs, are so fit here. But we will get there. But are so fit. So I think if you look at that game, Bomufukeng, Bombata, they were out of the game. And Mamelodi Sundowns finished that game early. 27 minutes, it was already 2-0 up. And Pirates couldn't cope. Lucas Rivero. Here's a question for you, the soccer huddlers. Lucas Rivero. Must Hugo Bruce pick him? And Rego Morocco Kayana in December? Let me know in the comment section. Do you think South Africa needs to start picking up these players, Bako, especially because you look at the amount of South American players that come into the PSL? There are a lot. And if you look at in the national teams, they are nowhere to be found. Like they down the pecking order. Do we now need to start looking at those players? Can we be the France, Lorena, win the World Cup or AFCON with players that were not born in our country, but we've adapted them and taken them as our own? Let me know. Let me know what you think. Before we move on from the PSL, just one last thing before we move on. Royal AM, Royal Andilim Pisani Football Club. I think South African football fans, I'm looking for the right word to use. I think we are sort of we are not united. Let me just put it. We are not united, or we cannot we don't raise our voice enough. A big institution, a big club like Bloemfontein Celtics was allowed to be sold. The status here, Bloemfontein Celtics, was allowed to be sold. One of the biggest, most followed clubs in South Africa was allowed to be sold. And look what happens today. Same as Bidvest Vets was allowed to be sold. We find ourselves in this situation today. Royal AM cannot honor fixtures. Royal AM is under SARS investigation. Think about the players. Think about the staff of Royal AM. Think about whether the league can be decided at the points that Royal AM. And I think we need to also have a conversation about the league's leaders and whoever is in charge of the league. The decisions, they need to be taken quickly. We need leaders that can be decisive. KCR Royal AM has been dragging for months and months and months. Nokovic, they signed him from Kaizer Chiefs 3-4 seasons back. Mamukolota 9 million. That raised to 12 million. That's where they are now. That's where their problem started. And the league should have seen this from the start. They should have been decisive, Royal AM. I don't think there's any league in the world that would have let this case drag until this time. Now, the club is in the hands of SARS. The club is in the hands of SARS. Bloemfontein Celtics has been, I think, just to sum it up, we've been let down as football fans. And I think if we don't raise our voice, the beautiful game that we love, the Premier Soccer League, whether you call it Betway, ESTV, or APSA, whatever you want to call it, the way you want to call it. If we do not raise our voices as a united front, we're going to lose it. Let's hear what we're knowing. Come comment section in there at home. What do you think of the saga Roll AM? And what do you think of the people who were supposed to lead us not being decisive? Anyways, let me. The FA Cup roundup. We look at Manchester United. My team played on Friday, and you know what? I'll say this: we got a lucky win right here. What can we say? It's an offside, but there's no VAR right here. Like, my team has been so bad that we depend on the offside wins, but we'll take it. We are still. I don't want to say too much. Because it will sound like I'm being biased, but a win we'll take. There's no VAR, we'll take it. Liverpool got knocked out by Plymouth 1-0. They're out. FA Cup. The dream of a quadruple is over. Slotsmen were defeated 1-0. But I think if I was a Liverpool fan, I'm not saying I'm not, but it might be a blessing in disguise. You know, this whole thing here, quadruple, last season cost them everything. They never won anything last season. They won the Carabao. Okay, they won the Carabao. Remember, last season, I think it was this time last season, where Netflix is gonna do a documentary. Drops last season a quadruple. They ended up getting the Carabao. Can history repeat itself? But I think in the league, the league is for them to lose. But they're out of the FA Cup. They're in the final of the Carabao Cup after coming from a goal down to beat Spurs 2-0. 4-3. Somewhere there. Spurs, I didn't check up on. They're out also of the FA Cup, courtesy of Aston Villa, who for me have won the January transfer window. They bought in Asensio. They brought in Malen, Disasi, and the guy from Spain. I forgot his name, I'll get it. And then obviously the boy from Man United, Rashford, who put for 9 minutes, put so much effort that in his entire Man United career, people can call me a hater, but the truth doesn't break in a relationship department, home affairs, or any football team. We've been asking this from Rashford from day one. Azanga, he never even bothered to do it. He comes on for 9 minutes for Aston Villa, or 20 minutes. He puts on a shift. He works so hard. Why couldn't he do it for me? And Praia High, Jadon Sancho, on Instagram, freedom. Are you guys Mandela? Mandela. From Robben Island, you say freedom. What freedom? This is from a player. After the World Cup, Qatar took 3 months off, paid leave, 3 months. Where else or which club have you seen if a player a 3 months paid vacation to go sort out his mental health? 3 months. The club supported him for 3 months. He was not playing. He came back. We were all excited. We were all happy. Jadon is back. He fights with the manager. He goes on loan. He comes back.